What's good, everyone? Welcome to the channel. My name is Franklin, and today we're back on that Tom Hanks grind. Today we're watching Apollo 13. If you don't know, I have kind of been on a Tom Hanks journey. I think by now I've seen 5 movies that started with Forrest Gump, then The Green Mile, and I didn't expect me to go so hard with Tom Hanks movies, but this guy is just amazing. He's just amazing, and you guys keep recommending a lot of movies. There's a lot in the recommendations that I hope I get to soon enough, but today we're checking out Apollo 13. All I know about this is Tom Hanks is in there and it's based on a true story. Tom Hanks haven't let me down so far. All of his movies has been perfect in my eyes. So thank you for watching. Please, if you like the video, go ahead and like the video. It helps YouTube knows something good is over here. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much. Everybody watching this, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh yeah, something I'm also extremely excited about is seeing Lieutenant Dan again. People told me Lieutenant Dan is in this one, so him and Tom just have such beautiful chemistry. Because watching The Green Mile, I mean, they only had one scene in there, but you could tell that chemistry there was heavy. So I love that. I'm excited for that. Let's get into Apollo 13. Watching movies from the 90s has been a ball. I was born in 95, so I was a baby. Apollo 1.
Inspired by the late President Kennedy, America has risen to the challenge, greatest adventure on which man has ever embarked.
Space travel.
Trailing the sudden and horrible fire on the launch pad during a routine test killed
Yikes.
American astronauts
Wow.
and Roger Chapman. There were serious doubts that we could beat the Russians to the moon. But tonight, a mere 18 months after the tragedy of Apollo
3 of them
1,
died.
the entire world watched in awe as Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin landed.
Look at Tom, man.
Now let's say this is me here in the command module, and this is you.
Wow.
This thing sticks out here in front, that's called a probe. And Tracy, I'll tell you, when you feel that thing slide in, everything's clicking.
My guy, relax.
What's the big occasion? With one hand on the wheel. You guys made yourselves at home. Hey, Maryland.
It was so nice seeing Tom so young.
In the city of Houston.
Wow, on Times, Man of the Year. Lieutenant Dan.
God, who would?
That's my guy.
Our day's coming. Asked who we bribed to get on Jim Lovell's crew. They wanted to make sure he got the best.
Yes, sir. I love how they're all friends, you know? They're teammates, they're comrades, they're having fun together. I love it.
Should all take a moment to recognize the exemplary, damn near heroic effort played by Neil Armstrong's backup for this historic moonwalk. And of course his crew. Let's hear it for Jim Lovell, Jim Natalie, and Fred Haise.
Jim Lovell. This must be so fun, like being a part of history and just celebrating it with your friends and family. That's history right there.
Standing on the surface of the moon.
And they were watching that live, huh? For mankind. That's where that line came from. Goosebumps, man. There's people out there who think the moon landing is fake, right? Please, if you're watching this video, let me hear your thoughts in the comments. I'm intrigued.
I bet Jenny Armstrong doesn't get a wink of sleep tonight.
For real.
When you were on the far side all night, I didn't sleep at all. I just vacuumed.
Christopher Columbus and Charles Lindbergh and Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, I don't know about Christopher Columbus.
From now on, we live in a world where man has walked on the moon.
For real.
It's not a miracle. We just decided to go.
For real. Took work.
Apollo 8, we were so close. I want to go back there.
Sounds like you will.
Where's my mountain?
It's right up by the... Okay, you see the where the shadow crosses the...
He named a mountain there for her.
Well, you gotta look harder.
Well, he gets in there. Apollo 13.
When are you going up again, Jim?
I'm slated to be the commander of Apollo 14 sometime late next year.
If there is an Apollo 14.
What does that mean?
Why we're continuing to fund this program now that we've beaten the Russians to the moon.
Imagine if Christopher Columbus had come back from the New World and no one returned in his footsteps.
Attention all personnel.
Good point. So I saw The Martian recently. Spoiler alert for anyone who haven't seen The Martian. You can skip to after this discussion, but something that came up was how people were raising questions about why we keep going to the moon or keep going into space and why we keep flying. And it was very intriguing how the head of NASA had to, make some tough decisions, but also make some decisions that were necessary for NASA to have a good look to the public, because if they don't get funding and things like that. So that conversation that's going on now is making me think some of those issues are going to arise, or some of those viewpoints are going to arise here. And I always love learning about these things.
How do you go to the bathroom in space?
Highly technical process of cranking down the window and looking for a gas station. Oh, it's Slayton.
Jim, can I have a minute? Something's come up.
Uh-oh. Is he going? Did they decide he's going on 13? It's not happening.
There might be a slight change in destination.
Oh, he's going to 13.
The moon. Crew of Apollo 13.
He's so excited.
Straight to the head of the line in the Fraumora Highland.
6 months? You're moving up 6 months?
She don't seem too excited.
Sure.
Jim.
No, absolutely not.
Let her be a hippie,
They're not
man.
rushing things, are they? I mean,
Right, she's concerned.
Around Al Shepard tonight. We're gonna have to get up to speed on this.
Go.
I'm gonna walk on the moon, Marilyn.
I know. Can't believe it. Naturally, it's 13. Why 13?
It comes after 12, huh?
Is it the bad luck that comes on 13? You can see there, which is very understandable, her emotions there is like, yeah, she's happy for him walking on the moon, but that is time away from his family, time away from her and stuff like that. So I love that they put that there, that, her face seems like a little bit sad, but mostly happy for him.
Yeah, I'm coming up on that now. 2, 1, mark.
Space travel is just mind-blowing.
Calvin, take another run at this?
No, I got it. Let me,
They're testing.
try and get it stable here.
They could might as well be speaking Spanish right now. I don't understand anything they're talking about.
10 feet.
I mean, these are space engineers and whatnot, so...
That's it. That's it.
So I'm guessing they're practicing with miniatures what they're gonna do up there.
7 seconds of sheer terror.
Not by much. Listen, guys, I want to work it again. Yeah, I know, but my rate of turn is still a little too slow there. I really think we should work it again.
Good man. He's being cautious.
Get it right.
Okay, set it up again, Frank.
Cruise up for another run.
Yeah, baby.
Good man. Being cautious. Obviously, I don't know how these end because I'm not aware of the actual history of Apollo 13, the whole mission. But just being a movie watcher and someone who gets involved with the plot and the story, the fact that they brought up how cautious he was on wanting to get it right is just hinting to me like that's like a Chekhov's gun right there. Like maybe something will go wrong during the mission and I am terrified. Because one thing about me watching movies like these that I know are from real life, there's no suspension of disbelief because I'm like, oh, like this happened. So any horrifying aspect, I feel it on a different level because I know it really happened, Oh, they're already ready to go. A problem? Is this a simulation? Hello? This gotta be a dream or something, right? Ain't no way. Bruh. I'm like, ain't no way, man. The movie just started.
Into a circle around the moon, which is called an orbit. Fred and I float down the tunnel into this guy, the Lunar, this spidery-looking guy. Only
Spidery-looking guy.
Just for landing on the moon. I steer it around and I fly it down, landing on the moon. Better than Neil Armstrong. Way better than Pete Conrad.
I love this because they're using it to teach us how it's done.
Did you know the astronauts on the fire?
Uh-oh, that's a real question right there.
All of them.
Could that happen again?
Aww.
Well, I'll tell you something about that fire.
Did they fix it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We fixed it. It's not a problem.
Good. Yeah, everybody's concerned, not just the mom. Him as well.
I'm thinking about not going to the launch.
Huh.
Huh. Need me at home, honey.
They've never kept you from coming to the other launch.
Honey, it's not like I've never been to a launch before. The other wives have not done 3. I just don't think I can go through all that.
That's fair.
I'll just be glad when this one's over.
Right.
Well, you're gonna miss a hell of a show.
Obviously, he wants her to come, but I think he also understands where she's coming from. She's like, that's my husband. I love that the movie is also focusing on their lives before they left.
Does it bother you that the public regards this flight as routine?
There's nothing routine about flying to the moon. I can vouch for that.
Right.
In his final flight, well, that's always going to be very special.
Why is this your last, Jim?
Oh, wow. Because you want to focus on his family.
The best ship with the best crew, and I'll be walking in a place where there's 400 degrees difference between sunlight and shadow. I can't imagine ever topping that.
I love that. It's like he's already done it all. It's time to focus on your family.
You want to break up my crew 2 days before the launch.
That is
We can
crazy.
predict each other's moves. We can read the tone of each other's voice. He's a fine pilot, but when was the last time he was in a simulator?
Right.
I'm sorry, Jim. I understand how you
2
feel.
days before. That's
We can do one of
crazy.
two things here. We can either scrub Mattingly and go with Swigert, or we can bump all 3 of you to a later mission.
That's a crazy ultimatum right there.
And this is flight surgeon horseshit, Deke.
Jim, if
Bars.
you hold out for Ken, you will not be on Apollo 13.
Because going into a situation like that is like like what he says, like we can literally like read each other's minds at that point. So like having a different person in there might just, that chemistry won't be as strong. Right. So is he the one with measles? Yeah, he can't believe it. Right. Because it just shows how much this means to them.
I mean, I know it's their ass if I get sick up there, but I mean, Jesus.
Definitely not happy about that. Yeah. It's almost like they're breaking up the band.
One for the books. Look, I don't have the measles. I'm not gonna get the measles.
Are they gonna end up just going anyways?
I got a corridor light. We're coming in too shallow. I'm going to manual.
Uh-oh.
We're coming in too steep. I'm gonna stay in this roll, see if I can pull us out of it.
This already don't look right. Oh, they're concerned as hell.
10. We're at 12 G's.
12 G's, we're burning up.
Damn it.
How you feeling, Fredo? Charbroiled.
Charbroiled. Yeah, it's not gonna work out.
Sure, Deke.
And obviously I feel bad for him because he's doing his best, but you know, he's no Lieutenant Dan.
We don't want Daddy to get any of our germs and get sick in outer space, right?
Hey, boys.
Right.
You're not giving your mom a hard time, are you? Princess?
No, sir. Are they gonna make it? I mean, I want to look up the Apollo 13 mission, but I think I'll just spoil myself. Oh, she came. She came. She came.
Well, hey, that looks like Marilyn Lovell. But it can't be. She's not coming to the launch.
I heard it was going to be a hell of a show.
Aw,
Some guy I know.
so sweet.
Can't live without me.
Okay, folks.
Yeah, man, this is too good to... I don't know what it is. I think it's just my newfound love for Tom Hanks, but there's always something about Tom Hanks playing the love interest with another woman that is just... He's just so wholesome in that, and like, he acts it so well. It's like with Jenny in Forrest Gump, with, I can't remember her name, in Castaway, you know, and in here, he just plays such a wholesome love interest, and you can tell that his partners like really feel that love in his movies.
You hear about Ken?
Yeah?
I bet that makes her a little bit worried. I hope he comes back, man. 2 days before launch. It's so nice seeing all that goes into like space travel. I can't help but feel like that new guy is losing a lot of confidence because he can tell that his teammates are a bit worried about him, you know, which is sad. Oh my God. Flashbacks, man. Me and my wife were on vacation this January, and I was in the ocean and I lost my wedding ring. I freaking lost my wedding ring, so I can feel your pain. I got another one, but it was funny. I was there looking for my wedding ring for like 5 minutes, and my wife was on the beach taking pictures of me, thinking I was having a good time. Thinking I was having a good time in the water, until I came back and told her what happened, and she just started laughing. And yeah, I feel your pain, girl. That is a bad sign right there. Losing your ring right before your husband leaves. Wow, so this is the way they used to do it.
I'm gonna give these guys a beautiful ride.
Sure you will, Jack.
Attaboy. So this is the old school astronaut suit, not like the recent design. I didn't even know they used to look like this. I believe in you, man.
Pop, are you? No, I got 30 days till this blasts off.
Man, it's crazy how the families of people who go on risky jobs or journeys like this come to terms with the idea that their family members might not return. It's freaking wild. Look at them boys, man. Wow.
Copy that.
This is from your wife.
What are in there? Cupcakes?
Thank you, Tom.
Jacket. Dang. Making sure they're secure. Aw, you can tell they have a beautiful friendship. My man's ready to go. Hopefully this is not the last time you all meet. But I can't lie, I'm a little worried.
Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster. Go. Retro. Go. Vital. We're go fly. Guidance. We're go fly.
This is so dope.
We're go. Tell me you. Go. Launch
Freaking
control.
amazing.
We are go for launch.
Aww. He should have been up. That car is fire. God damn. Oh man. I wonder what he feels right now, like knowing he should have been up there with his brothers. I bet they're anxious as hell. That's so good that they even have an abort button right there. I'm sure some of you sitting watching this right now, you can remember where you were when this was happening. That is crazy. Look at the ice breaking. That was some good CGI. Man. Wow. Just the simple fact that mankind is able to do this. Oh man. Her crying right there is so real. Wow. You can tell in their faces they're like, well, that's it. I got goosebumps, guys.
Looks good, flight right down the middle.
Get ready for a little choke, fellas.
I'm speechless. Woo! Oh man, they did the first detach.
That was some little joke.
Wow. Nah, space travel is freaking amazing. Cut off? Hello?
I need to know if the IU is correct for the number 5 shutdown.
Shutdown?
Listen, what's the story on engine 5?
For real.
So we're just gonna burn those remaining engines for a little bit longer.
Okay. To compensate for the middle one? And that's something they prepped for, right? There was nothing they could have done to prevent that. And the crazy part about this is obviously they go into this knowing the risk and knowing that something bad can happen. And obviously they have to be ready to be cool, calm, and collected. Because if I was in there and I hear one of the engines... Hey, yo! I mean, even taking off and landing with a regular plane, I'm usually chill. But anytime there's a little bit of wobbliness or like just turbulence, I'm like, hello? But the fact that they lost an engine and they're just cool, calm, collected, that's impressive.
And that, gentlemen, is how we do that.
Wow. Now they're just smooth sailing. That's freaking awesome. Look at them just having fun.
did this 4 times. Heart's over.
For real, that's her first time.
Doesn't stop for me until he lands on that aircraft carrier. Oh, you just look so calm about it.
Can we just have a word with you?
What the heck?
You're proud, happy, and thrilled.
How are you feeling?
We're very proud and very happy when we're thrilled.
The same words. I'm glad Tom's wife is guiding her through it.
I've exchanged couches with Jim. I'm in the pilot seat. I'm gonna go ahead and get set.
He
for
looks
transition and
very concerned.
Roger that, Jack.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, is he sick? Is that the measles?
Okay, we're ready for CSM separation.
Oh, this is what they were practicing for, right?
Houston, we've got a good separation.
Which is wild, because nothing can be like the real thing.
See you pitching around.
Keep an eye on that telemetry. How's the alignment?
GDC, align.
Everybody and their mama is worried.
100 feet.
Whew, my heart is...
Watch the alignment now.
My heart is beating heavy. It's racing. You got this, my boy.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. On top of it.
The way Tom is looking at him, like, I hope so, bro.
How are we looking, Fred? We're not there yet.
40 feet.
Man.
Come on, rookie, park that thing. 10 feet.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Capture.
Fit. Talk back. Is Barber pulled?
Go ahead and retract. Houston, we have hard dock. Roger, understand. Good
Atta
deal,
boy.
Jack and I will eat.
Hey, I'm hungry.
You sure?
You could eat the ass out of a dead rhinoceros.
What? They made it, but that was very high anxiety inducing right there. Day 3, wow.
Oh, it's too bad we can't demonstrate this on TV.
You know what? In my mind, I just thought about, when I saw Day 3, I just thought about what that reporter or that lady asked, like, how do you go to the bathroom in space? And for the next scene to be literally him peeing crazy, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, oh, it's Day 3. They must definitely have taken some number 1 and number 2s.
Okay, overboard dump coming up.
Here it comes. Constellation Orion.
Wow.
Now that's a beautiful sight.
Ew.
Okay, good evening, America.
That's crazy. The whole world will be watching. Aw, having a good time.
Where's their broadcast?
All the networks dumped us. One of them said we made going to the moon about as exciting as taking a trip to Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Sun's supposed to be on. He's in outer space.
Oh, wow. They didn't publish it?
That damn TV guide again.
No, Mom, you were right.
Oh, well, if anyone from the IRS forgot to file my 1040 return amendment, I meant to do it today, but,
That's no joke. They'll jump on him.
For real.
Well,
The IRS don't play.
Lunar excursion module.
That's sad that they didn't publish them on the TV stations, though.
Return to the command. Stand by 1, Houston.
What was that?
Gotcha.
Fred Haise on the cabin repress valve. He really gets our hearts going every time with that one.
Don't be pulling jokes like that in space, my guy.
We're
wishing everyone back on Earth, pleasant evening.
All right.
I'm just waiting for something wrong to happen. Not because I want it, but it's like I can just tell something might. Oh, God. Fucking hell, man. Dude.
Hey, we've got a problem here.
What did you do?
Nothing, I stirred the tanks.
Whoa.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong.
Houston, we have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
Must be undervolt. Oh, there's another master alarm, Houston.
I'm checking the
Oh my God. Dude, everything went wrong at the same time.
on here. Flight, let me get back to you. Flight GNC?
Bro.
People, one at a time, one at a time.
One at a time. Everything went wrong at the same time.
It's reading a quadruple failure. That can't happen. It's got to be instrumentation.
Shit, it's main bus A.
Dude, the amount of things going off at the same time.
It's reading 25 and a half. Main bus B is reading zip. Roger, and the signals.
They better not lose communication.
Jack, we keep floating with gimbal lock. We are venting something out into space.
What?
I can see it outside of window 1 right now.
Are they losing oxygen?
Gas of some sort.
It's got to be the oxygen.
Fuck. It is the oxygen. They're done. They're done if it's their oxygen. Bro.
Quiet down. Let's stay cool, people. Procedures, I need another computer up in the RTCC. I want everybody to alert your support teams.
Hey, take a look at the O2 on number 1.
Dude, it's dropping fast.
We're seeing the same, 13.
My man brought a cigarette out, man.
Let's look at this thing from a...
We're not gonna have power much longer.
Right.
The ship's bleeding to death.
All my worst fears and probably their worst fears are coming right now.
Shut down the reactant valves of the fuel cells.
You close them, you can't open them again. You can't land on the moon with one healthy fuel cell.
Right.
Gene, the Odyssey is dying.
Right.
From my chair here, this is the last option.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Damn. Hard decisions.
Shutting down the fuel cells. Did I hear you right? Yeah, they heard me right.
At this point, the mission is gone. It's just about saving their lives now.
Yeah, Jim,
We think that closing the react valves may stop the leak.
May.
Better shut those down. Let's see what this does.
Please let that stop it. It worked.
if this doesn't work, we're not gonna have enough power left to get home.
Oh, you better work, please. Wow, it kept dropping.
Shit. God damn it. Houston, O2 on 1 is still falling.
We don't have that much time.
They definitely don't have that much time.
Okay, 15 minutes of oxygen, and that's it. The command module will be dead.
15 minutes.
We're going to be shutting down the command module at the same time. We'll have to transfer the guidance system from one
My
computer to
God.
the other, so I want those numbers up and ready when our guys are in position.
15 minutes of life support in the Odyssey.
Yeah, start running, my guy.
15 minutes, Frodo. It's worse than I thought.
My God.
This is 13. Are you back with me now?
At least they still have communication, because imagine if their communication was off.
I can't see any stars. Man, there's a lot of debris floating around out there.
Steps 12 to 17 quickly. You're down to about 8 minutes. Remember.
Oh, God.
Fuel cell pumps off, O2 fans, tank.
Okay, Houston, check me. I've completed these gimbal conversions, but I need a double check of the arithmetic.
1, 6, 7, 8.
Solving this under pressure. And they're keeping it so calm and collected.
We're checking it.
Please, man.
Looks good, Flight.
All right.
Good here. He's good, Andy.
Okay, we'll go on those numbers.
Man, shout out to support, man.
Jack, turn off the IMU, switch to ST.
Oh, man. I wonder when they will hear about what's going on.
Colonel Borman is here.
At ABCQ, here is ABC.
Oh, man. He didn't hear the special report.
So they'll have electrical power for their radios on the command module.
That is crazy.
Also losing breathing oxygen.
Imagine their families hearing that.
What exactly does that mean?
The emergency has ruled
God.
out any chance of a lunar landing. Can't last them until they can get back to Earth.
What do you mean
Oh
there's
my
no immediate
God.
danger? I just heard they're losing oxygen.
Oh, this must be traumatizing for everybody there, man.
No, don't give me that NASA bullshit. I want to know what's happening with my husband.
We want to switch
For
control to
real.
Aquarius now.
Roger that.
But I thought they said the module can only fit 2 people. And it's 3 of them in there.
Be aware, our RCS isn't up here yet. We have no attitude control on Aquarius.
Did we miss a step here? What the hell happened?
Did y'all freaking miss a step?
Tumbling off into space.
I'll inform Houston, I'm well aware of the goddamn gimbals.
For real.
And it's only by a very narrow margin that we're going to get Lovell, Haise, Swigert back alive.
Oh my God. Their families at home?
Sorry, Jeffrey's calling.
Man, their worst nightmares.
Something broke on your daddy's spaceship. And he's gonna have to turn around before he even gets to the moon.
Is it the door?
Oh my God. That's what he talked about.
Still show that Benning pushing you around. How you doing?
Computer off. We're clear. We're going the lamp.
That is so horrifying. This is a freaking nightmare. Because I just thought about something crazy. Obviously, their biggest concern was this dude that just joined them not being able to properly dock it. But he did great at that. And now it's other stuff that got messed up. Are we going to find out if something actually went wrong before the mission started? Or was all of this just a horrible coincidence? Man, that's tough.
Brother, we're going to have to execute some sort of a burn here. It's just a matter of when.
They shut us all down in there?
Yeah.
All the way.
Houston, how far off course do you project we are, over?
At least they still have communication, man.
From this moment on, we are improvising a new mission. How do we get our people home? Use the moon's gravity, slingshot them around.
No, the LEM will not support 3 guys for that amount of time.
If there's been serious damage to this spacecraft...
They blow up and they die.
That is not the argument. We're talking about...
Gene, I'm wondering what the Grumman guys think about this.
We can't make any guarantees. We designed the LEM to land on the moon.
Not
right.
The engine out there for course correction. Well, unfortunately, we're not landing on the moon, are we?
Right. That's the only choice they have.
To do. Care about what it can do. So let's get to work. Let's lay it out, okay?
It's tough because, like, watching this movie, again, for this little talking section, if you haven't seen The Martian, and you want to prevent spoilers, you can just skip to the next part of the reaction. But obviously, The Martian had a comedic tone. Even though there were some serious moments, the overall tone was comedic. And it had this kind of interactions where people on Earth were helping the astronaut, like, solve all these problems, right? But there was still that comedic undertone, like, you know, things weren't that bad. But this, zero humor, zero comedic reliefs or nothing. Like, it's just balls to the walls, is anxiety inducing. And again, this is real life. You know, we're watching a real life mission. It's wild. It's wild. I just wanted to make that comparison because, yeah, I'm way more tense watching this than I ever was watching The Martian.
You want to look?
Silver lining. At least you get a chance to look at the moon.
That's 30 seconds till loss of signal.
Wow.
Feeling buzzes old neighborhood. Coming up on Mount Maryland. Jim, you got to take a look at this.
I love that they're still excited for this, you know.
Where is this, Houston? We expect loss of signal in approximately 10 seconds.
Giving the rookie a chance to take it all in. Everything's gone dark, man. So many things can go wrong in space travel, man, and I didn't know this much till watching this movie. It's wild. Yeah, she's not gonna sleep tonight. And I love that the movie established a lot of the relationships between all the characters in the first 20 minutes. It makes all this hit more. Oh, is that his West Mountain? Well, that's supposed to be Armstrong. Then your little funny walk. Looks like cement, actually. Like powder cement.
See you too, Houston.
We're picking you up at a velocity of 7,062 feet per second of 56 nautical miles. Stand by for your PC plus 2 burn data.
And the sad part is that, like, to some of them, in some part of their mind, them almost dying is not even that crazy. But the fact that they didn't get to land on the moon is so heartbreaking, because I bet they had dreamed about that, you know? I bet they had dreamed about how glorious that would be, how beautiful that would be. But they never got the chance to. Sad stuff, man.
With everything on, the LEM draws 60 amps. In hours, the batteries are dead, not 45.
Yikes.
We got to get them down to 12 amps.
You can't run a vacuum cleaner on 12 amps, John.
The more time we talk down here, the more juice they waste up there. I've been looking at the data for the past hour.
That sounds atrocious, man. They'll probably freeze to death up there.
Finish the burn, we'll power down the limb.
All right. I want this mark all the way back to Earth with time to spare. Ever lost an American in space? We're sure as hell not going to lose one on my watch.
That's not what they have up there. Don't give me anything they don't have on board.
I love that. I love that. I love that even though he didn't go on the mission, he still has a role to play in the movie.
And we're switching to aft Omni when we see the moon.
Impaired judgment, blackouts, the beginnings of brain asphyxia.
The rubber's on the command module.
They take square cartridges. The ones on the limb are round.
Man, everything that can go wrong
Just isn't a contingency we've
is freaking going wrong.
CO2 levels are going to be getting toxic.
Well, I suggest you gentlemen invent a way to put a square peg in a round hole.
We gotta find a way to make this fit into the hole for this, using nothing but that.
Okay, let's build a filter.
Get some coffee going too.
I have a request from the news people.
Uh-oh.
They're out front here, and they want to put a transmitter up on the lawn.
For what? They want to live broadcast the family?
They didn't even run Jim's show.
But now that something's going wrong.
Well, if landing on the moon wasn't dramatic enough for them, why should not landing on it be?
Mm-hmm. That's so It's only when things went wrong you guys want to come take footage. Oh, they're probably freezing up there, huh? Talk about the boredom, the cold, the stress, the CO2 levels rising. I don't even know if they'll make it back or not. That's the crazy part.
You don't look too good, Fredo. They'll survive.
Is he alright? Because he was throwing up earlier.
Mary getting pregnant. You should have seen the look on my face when she told me. Wonder if it's a boy or a girl.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to find out soon enough.
I love that they're having this quiet moments of just, you know, talking.
I think old Swigert gave me the clap.
Oh.
I'm pissing in my relief, too.
It'll be a hot one at the debriefing for the flight station. America's space program.
Listen.
Having an STI in space.
Listen, they gave us too much Delta V. They had us burned too long. At this rate, we're gonna skip right out of the atmosphere and we're never gonna get back.
Dude, relax.
I can figure that.
What if they had made a mistake, all right, and there was no way to reverse it? Do you think they would tell us? And in the meantime, I'm trying to tell you we're coming in too fast. I think they know it. I think that's why we don't have a goddamn re-entry plan, all right?
Duly noted. Thank you, Jack.
Ow! God damn it!
Hey!
Shit!
Jack, relax, man.
Get you home.
All right.
That's because that's the only thing we got left, Jack.
For real.
What are you saying, Fred?
Well, I think you know what I'm saying.
All I did was stir those tanks.
What was that gauge reading before you hit the switch?
Hey, don't tell me how to fly the damn CM, all right?
You don't
They brought
even
me in
know,
here.
do you? Stop kicking yourself in the ass.
This is not my fault!
No one is saying it is.
Just asked you what the gauge is reading.
All right, we're not
And you don't know.
All right, look, we're not doing
This makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm not too mad at Jack because, you know, I've said it like 3 or 4 times now. I love how calm and collected they all are, but they're human at the end of the day. You know, that stress is gonna get to you eventually. That self-control is gonna slip up eventually. That frustration, that pointing fingers is gonna come up, and we're seeing it's happening here, you know. I mean, you can only be professional for so long, especially when you don't see an end to the plight in sight at all. But I hope they can just iron out everything and just focus on their survival, because fighting is not gonna solve anything here.
We're not going to go bouncing off the walls for 10 minutes. We're just going to end up right back here with the same problems.
Right.
Figure out how to stay alive.
Right.
Yeah, Jim, could you check your CO2?
Their CO2 levels are high.
4 notches in the last hour.
They found a way to make it work.
That's what they gotta make.
I hope you got the procedures for me. Right here. Okay,
They're gonna make this work.
An unusual procedure for you here. Took 2 lithium hydroxide canisters, I'm sorry.
I love this. They're sciencing this shit.
Hold on,
And doing all this while they're freezing.
Keep them alive. One thing they have too much of is carbon dioxide, saturated.
Wow, they can feel the effects.
They are now working on their backup facilities. They're
I am so stressed out right now watching this. And I can imagine that those conversations on the news and the press conference were how they were in real life. So people in real life were just watching this whole thing unfold. Well, as much as NASA was willing to say. Why do I keep watching movies that make me so tense? Oh man, is that his vision getting blurry?
Any rescue system, the space agency has long since calculated.
It's not a great idea having them watching this whole thing.
One sock.
Once you have the sock in place, we're gonna want you to bungee the entire filter.
So how does this flight compare to other emergency situations you've faced?
Oh, this is the worst by far.
This is the most serious situation we've ever encountered.
Come on, boys, you got this. Oh man, is it rising? They're just fingers crossed, man. It looks like it's rising, man. God.
Houston, the CO2 level has dropped to 9.
It's good to hear, Aquarius. And you, sir, are a steely-eyed missile man.
Sequence was wrong. We'll just have to go back and try them one at a time.
Need a break, Ken?
They don't get one. I don't get one.
That's a bar right there.
They can't fix the damn thing in this place.
Are they gonna give her the news?
An accident. Jimmy's okay. He's all right.
How's Grandma gonna take this?
But now they're just going to try to figure out a way to get them home.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, honey. If they could get a washing machine to fly,
For real.
my Jimmy could land it.
Shout out to Grandma, man. Shout out to Grandma. It's just that things just keep getting... Wow. Things just keep getting worse. Now they gotta eat a frozen sausage.
The engine's never been tried like this. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
But is it capable of doing it, though?
I guarantee you I won't hold you personally responsible.
We're going to burn at 10% thrust for 39 seconds. Jack, you time us. Give us a count of the last 10 seconds up to 39. Let's not...
6, 5, 4.
Oh, let's just go.
2, 1. Ignition.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's your arm off.
It's trying, but it's dragging.
For real.
10 seconds.
All over the place. Come to the right a little bit.
15 seconds.
Right. The fact that everybody's listening to them. Dude, they're facing away from Earth. Just have it looking at Earth. God, as long as it's facing towards Earth, because if it was facing another direction, the velocity would just take them somewhere else, right? When the booster is shut down.
Close enough, Jim. Good work.
Knew it! Knew it! How about that, Lim, huh? About it.
Good job.
You betcha.
Sit your ass down, man.
Power usage on that burn.
I'm gonna power up guidance, ECS, communications, warm up the pyros for the parachutes and the command module thrusters.
Shout out to Lieutenant Dan, man.
Fine, then trade off the parachutes.
If the chutes don't open, what's the point?
Ken, you're telling me what
Trade
you
off
need.
the
I'm telling you what we have
parachutes.
to work with at this point. I'm not making this stuff up.
More power. Let's start from scratch. Clear the board.
And I'm looking down at a big black ocean. Flip on my map light, and then suddenly, zap, everything shorts out right there in my cockpit. All my instruments are gone, my lights are gone, and I can't even tell now what my altitude. There's this green trail. It's like a long carpet that's just laid out right beneath me, and it was the algae. It was that phosphorescent stuff that gets churned up in the wake of a big ship, and it's just leading me home. And now, if my cockpit lights hadn't shorted out, there's no way I'd have ever been able to see that. So, you never know what
Silver lining.
to get you home.
Yeah, they needed to hear that.
We have an umbilical that provides power from the command module to the LEM. Reverse the flow and see if we can draw these 4 amps from the LEM batteries before we cut it loose. Why can't we do that? Yeah, but all we're talking about here is 4 amps.
It's just 4 amps.
I want whatever.
Are they trying to siphon it, essentially?
No, I don't want the whole damn Bible. Just give me a couple chapters. We gotta get something up to these guys.
Me later and get an estimate.
God damn it! I don't want another estimate. I want the procedures. Now!
This man is acting his ass off, man. It's like, yeah, we ain't losing those boys, man.
Floodlights to fixed.
Mm.
Here we go.
You can do it, man.
CMC attitude. On the
Ken? Is your computer on now?
Up and running. How do we look?
Good.
John?
I think we got it, buddy.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Good to see you, Ken.
Go, Ken. Go get it done.
Aquarius, Houston.
Yeah, we read you, Ken. Are the flowers blooming in Houston?
That's a negative, Jim. I don't have the measles.
Wow. In your face.
Oh, yeah, stand
Doctor.
by one. We gotta get him on comm.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Blanche.
Mom has faith, though.
Blanche, these nice young men are going to watch the television with you. This is Neil Armstrong, and this is Buzz Aldrin.
Oh, wow.
Are you
They
boys
brought
in
Neil
space
Armstrong
program
there.
too?
Okay, Jack,
Yes,
give me
Mom.
a read back on that last procedure.
They are.
Stand by, Ken. Ken, I'm
Oh, God. What is it
having trouble
again?
reading my own writing. I guess I'm a little more tired than I thought.
Holy shit.
Don't worry, Jack. I'll talk you through it.
He is not there all the way, man.
We'll just take that one at a time, Jack.
You got this, Jack.
Through a car wash.
Main bus B is closed. Okay, 13.
Let's go.
Okay, Jack. Panel 7, BMAG number 2, power to warm up.
BMAG number 2, power to warm up. Done.
I love that he's helping them through this, man.
Sequential logic.
For most of it, I'm just so tense and intrigued that I even forget to give commentary on it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Uplink completed.
Oh, wow. They did it.
That's more like
Okay, let's go.
Take a look at your amps. How we doing? Let's go.
All right. You got her back up, Ken. Boy, I wish you were here to see it.
I'll bet you do.
Way to go, Jack.
Aw. Acknowledging Jack. That's beautiful.
We are looking at a typhoon warning. Again, Retro?
What the typhoon warning?
Jim, we're ready for SM jettison. All right, Jack. On 3. 1,
Please,
2.
please, please.
Upward thrust. Reverse thrust.
There it is. I see it.
Oh,
Houston, we're
what?
getting our first look at the service module now. One whole
My
side of the
God.
spacecraft is missing.
If the heat shield is even slightly cracked, the extreme cold could have split it wide open, causing the spacecraft to hit the water not at a gentle 20 miles per hour, but at a suicidal 300.
Perhaps never in human history has the entire world been united.
At their point, they're just done. Oh, man. Is he still there?
You okay?
Freeze. As long as I have
You're gonna be home soon, man. Good. Give him some heat. Good.
Open up that hatch.
Mm-hmm.
It's 80 degrees out there. 80 degrees.
Think about it.
When you get a chance, let us know how you're doing.
Roger that.
They're gonna make it. They're gonna make
Hey,
it.
let me give you a hand there, Fredo.
Must be freezing in there, man. Can see home. Oh, man. It's almost like they can see each other.
We have lunar module jettison.
We're doing this.
She sure was a good ship.
Very well, Aquarius. And we thank you.
Thank you for real. Without Aquarius, it wouldn't have made it this far.
Mary.
Aww.
Heading 6840.
The stress that their families must be on. I've always wondered how re-entry worked.
May be off, the thrusters may be frozen in there.
802 feet per second. Range to go
Man.
2,625 nautical miles.
Fred, how the batteries looking?
Okay.
Oh, Fredo. Hang in there, Fredo. He's so pale.
I know what the problems are, Henry. It'll be the worst disaster NASA's ever experienced.
With all due respect, sir, I believe this is going to be our finest hour.
I love his faith, man, and his belief in everything they've been doing. Because they've made so much progress. This is just the final lap.
Expect entry interface in 45 seconds.
35 seconds to entry interface.
That freaking typhoon, man.
Gentlemen, it's been a privilege flying with you.
It's been a privilege. Man, Tom Hanks is the GOAT. My God. Once that heat warm up any part of the flights that is frozen. Oh right, it's a heat shield. Right, it's melting everything. And they're feeling all the G's. Come on, come on. Yo, better make it through. Aww. Man, the pressure.
1 minute and 30 seconds to end of blackout.
Is the critical moment for the heat shield hold with silence.
Mommy, you're squishing me. I'm sorry.
The pressure, man, everybody. And even right now, I still don't know if they made it or not.
Okay, flight, that's 3 minutes. We are standing by for acquisition.
If that reached minute 4.
Odyssey, Houston, do you read me?
Astronauts were expected to come out of blackout, has come and gone. But all any of us can do now is just listen and hope. We're about to learn whether or not that heat shield, which was damaged
Armstrong.
in the explosion 3 days ago.
The pressure is so crazy because they're not even showing the ship anymore.
3 minutes, 30 seconds, stand by.
Odyssey, Houston, do you read me?
Now this would be so fucking sad if...
That's 4 minutes. Standing by.
Odyssey, Houston, do you read?
Static.
Hello, Houston.
Oh my
This is
God.
Odyssey. It's good to see you again.
Wow.
Odyssey, Houston, welcome home. We're glad to see you.
Wow. Man. This is darn near a miracle, man, because the amount of things that went wrong. Ah, so that's how the re-entry happened. And they go pick them up. Oh, mama. Oh, it have like floaties. Wow. They all made it, right? I would never step foot in a spacecraft after this.
Ship is secure. It's Apollo 13 signing off.
That's a bar. I would never step foot in a spacecraft ever after this. Wow. Now this was amazing. This was freaking amazing. Wow.
Our mission was called a successful failure, that we returned safely.
Successful failure. Right.
It was determined that a damaged coil built inside the oxygen tank sparked during our cryostir and caused the explosion that crippled the Odyssey.
Wow.
This minor defect occurred 2 years before I was even named the flight's commander. But his mission was canceled because of budget cuts. He never flew in space again.
Thank
Nor
you.
did Jack Swigert. Gordon was elected to Congress from the state of Colorado.
Really?
He died of cancer before he was able to take office. Ken Mattingly orbited the moon as command module pilot of Apollo 16, having never gotten the measles.
Never gotten the measles.
Director of flight operations just not long ago. And as for me, 7 extraordinary days of Apollo 13 were my last in space.
Period. Last days in space.
All from the confines of mission control. I look up at the moon.
Right.
When will we be going back? And who will that be?
Whew. Beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. You often hear about like adaptation of like real life events not doing justice to it, and me having not known anything about Apollo 13 prior to watching this, I'm sure they did it so well, knocked it out the park. Like I learned so much about just space travel in general and how, you know, resilient everyone that goes into it is, not just the people in space but the people on Earth that are doing their best to make sure everybody's safe up there. Like it's freaking amazing. Tom Hanks killed this role, obviously. Lieutenant Dan, I'm sorry, I keep calling him Lieutenant Dan. I loved him from Forrest Gump so much. He killed his role. The wife, she killed her role. I love that like a lot of the movie was also focused on Earth as well, so we could see what people on Earth were going through and feeling. And I mean, since this is real life, it's actual history, I'm sure a lot of you watching this right now, like I said earlier, you remember where you were when you were watching this for the first time. Not just the movie, but everything happening in real life, like the news, their communications, like their landing, all those things. I think this was remarkable, and I feel just as a reaction or just giving my thoughts on it, definitely me not knowing the actual history of Apollo 13, I think just added to it, because up until that last 4 minutes, I did not know if they made it or not, because just from vague like history I've heard, obviously not every of this mission is successful. There are explosions, there are deaths and whatnot. Case in point, the 3 astronauts that, you know, burnt with the fire where the door didn't open. So up to that, like up to the last 4 minutes, I didn't know if they made it out or not, because it seemed immensely like impossible them getting back. But that just goes to show how much heart like these astronauts have, and also the people trying to bring them back. The director, he killed his role, man. The one who was directing the whole thing, I don't know if he's NASA's director, but I love that Lieutenant Dan, even though he missed the initial trip, without him they wouldn't have found a way to conserve energy to make their return. So I love how he played into it, not just in the movie obviously, but in real life, because that happened in real life. And for someone like me who likes my 2 feet on solid earth, things like this freak me out so much. It's like being in a plane, being on a boat or a ferry, or being in the ocean. It's like when things go bad in those scenarios, they go bad, like they're bad. So for everyone who's been telling me to watch this movie, I'm glad I did. It's a great movie. It's a great movie, and I had goosebumps on so many occasions in this movie. Just seeing what humanity is capable of is breathtaking, because I'm one of those people who, like, I just see a simple device and I'm like, how did someone even started thinking or coming up with this? And like seeing spaceships and, you know, rockets, and I'm like, someone came up with this, you know, or a group of people came up with this. It's just so remarkable. It's just a reminder of how far the human species have gone, and like all we have accomplished, like the good sides of it. There's obviously bad sides of it, but I love it. The tension in the movie was heavy. The tension in the movie was heavy. My heart was racing on multiple occasions. I was happy none of them died in the end, and they all made it. Beautiful movie, beautiful movie. Thank you for watching. If you have made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Thanks to all the viewers. Thanks to all my Patreon. I will probably catch you in another Tom Hanks flick or in any movie I do. So hit that subscribe button if that's something you want to see. Take care. Love you guys. Peace out.